and it is 5:39. And I have done 35 minutes on the bike. It might not seem like that much of an achievement, but I've been really struggling to get up early recently. Mostly because it's cold in the morning. And when it's cold in the morning, it doesn't inspire you to wake up. But I want to get back out of that. And it's also kind of to do with what I was saying yesterday in a video I posted about like not just losing myself on the internet and kind of not doing the things I want to do. And so today I was like, right, get up at 5, do your thing. Oh God, I'm tired. You know, when you exercise and you can feel the little pulses through your legs. But I'm awake. I have adequate time to get ready before work. I have a lot of time to yawn. I'm just trying to do a few more things again to take care of myself that have been lacking recently. And so step 1 is exercise. To make getting up today easier as well, I asked Adam to make me a tea before I got out of bed. He's such a sweetheart. Usually if I was going on the bike, I'd have like a big bottle of water and stuff, but it's so cold that I thought I need something warm, and I thought if it's a tea, then I won't want it to go to waste to go cold, so I'll have to get up. And when I was saying, can you make me a tea, part of me was like, don't say those words because then you're committed. But at the same time, I was like, no, it's what I want to do. Sleepy Coral can just like go away. So I was on the bike just drinking my cup of tea because it's so cold in the morning that you can literally be on an exercise bike drinking a cup of tea and it still won't be till like 20-something minutes in that you're like, oh, I'm actually getting a bit warm. But I got my self-care nails on. They're probably needing a repaint, but still, I got them on. Makes me feel good. And I am ready to take on the world. So, I feel a fair bit more awake now. Making the bed kind of gives you rushes of energy as well because you're just like moving around. It's kind of funny because I love a video that a lot of people call Start Every Day with a Task Completed about making your bed in the morning. And I guess I'm almost doing the opposite. I'm unmaking the bed, like I'm putting it away. So yes, it's not ready at the end of the day, but it's still a task completed because it's something that makes us feel calmer in the space. Gives us more room and just is like refreshing when there's like not just something big and bulky in the way. And so it's a start every day with a task uncompleted. There we go. We've been sleeping on the airbed for weeks now and it's been working really well actually. The only issues we've had is the first day we pump it up, like it goes down a little bit the next morning. But that's only the first day you pump it up and it's not that often we put it down. We only put it down occasionally. Like fully let the air out, but after the first day, like if we leave it for like a week or whatever, it stays fine. We still do really want to get the futon though, that's still like the goal. But for now, we've been enjoying the airbed. I think some people think, oh, when airbed goes down, it's like, yeah, the first night perhaps it goes down a little bit because the air's moving around and settles. But after that, it's fine, and we've had no problem with it. And I've loved being able to move the bed where we want because on warmer nights, we sleep kind of near the window, and then on colder nights, we sleep in the other area. I don't know what to call it now because we can see in both, and we've got our fridge in our old bedroom area and like no fridge in our old kitchen-y area. So it's a multifunctional house. I used to want to get up early because I used to want sufficient time before work to kind of do what I want to do, whether it's breakfast and exercise and all that. And I got that in my mindset back when I thought I was going to be returning to work full time or like doing like 6-7 hour shifts or whatever, so I wanted to feel ready enough. And now that I'm working such minimal hours, I found that it's hard to keep the motivation at times because your brain's a bit like, yeah, but you're only in work for an hour today. That means when you come home, you've got all this time to do this. And oftentimes I find that when you've got too much spare time, it can end up really unfocused, because I want to use my time for my hobbies and for things that I'm interested in, to read and to all that. But so when you've got so much time, your brain's just like kind of thing. That's a visual representation of how my brain feels when it's avoiding doing tasks because it realises there's so much time in the day. I do think it's quite a sad thing though that I finally found a career which I really like and enjoy, and now I can't really do it that much because I broke my arm, and everyone tells you, oh, once your arm's healed, like, that's it, you're chill again. But for me, the reality has been that I can't work more than 12 hours a week at this point because my wrist can't physically deal with it anymore. And I used to work 50-something hours a week sometimes, and now it's just not a thing. And it's hard because I know I could get another job that I could maybe work full-time that wouldn't put as much strain on my wrist. But because I really love what I do and I really love the people I work with and the job I do, I don't want to leave that. But, yeah, it's hard. Like, we can survive on the money we're on, but depending on what we want to do in the future, like we're getting married, or I don't know if we ever want to put a deposit down somewhere in terms of like a mortgage maybe, I might need to change career in future. I mean, that's always an option anyway, but you're just like, God damn it, I found a job I like and now it's difficult. No, I've read so much about like breaking a bone online, and so many people online say that it's better to break a bone when you're a child because your bones are still growing, whereas when you're an adult, it doesn't always go back to the way it should be. Like, my nan broke her arm maybe 4 years ago, and she still gets so much pain in it on a regular basis because she's like 77 or 78. She's around that age time period. And because obviously she's older, like, her body just doesn't go back the way that younger people's does. And so obviously mine's gone back to a point, but it still reaches this point where it's like, nah, forget that. Working part-time can be amazing, and I've been very thankful for it because it means that I have enough time to like look after the apartment and clean, and I love cleaning. And like make dinner for Adam when he gets back, so we've got as much time together in the evening as possible, which is really nice. But sometimes you get bored. You get so bored. Like, there comes a time when you don't want to watch TV and you don't have any video ideas or like anything particularly you want to do, and you just sit there like, anyone? And so I think that's why I've been filling my time more recently with just like articles and negative news and bullshit like that. But I don't want to do that. I want it to be that I live more purposely, because I think that way I'll feel more fulfilled generally. And it's just kind of working out what I want to do, what steps I have to take to do that, and then like putting them into action. So like the first step I wanted to do was get into waking up at 5 a.m. again. So I was like, okay, today is the day that you rise. I kind of felt like a zombie, but I was like, come on, all you gotta do, walk to the living room, put your shoes on, start pedaling. And that was the first step. And then I was like, right, now all you gotta do is make the bed. And all that. I didn't make the bed first because I just thought that it seemed like too much to face as soon as I first woke up, but I was like, okay, you can walk to the living room, put your shoes on, have the bike. Before you even know what's happening, you'll be pedaling your way to a healthier life. So cringy. I'm heading to work and it's still dark, and I'm just like, can morning happen now, please? That would be great. This place is so pretty. Well, I am done with work for the day. You know, it was a very tiresome 1 hour, 25 minutes. But, you know, I love my job.